Hello superstars, I trust you guys are doing good today. Alright, in the recent video tutorials that I shared with you people, I had explained simply and clearly how both a major and a minor chord can be constructed or built. And if you've watched the two videos, you would have observed that both major and minor chord share the same root note and perfect fifth. The only difference between the two lies in the middle note. Let me explain. Take C for example. If we want to form the C major chord, C is our root note. The root note is simply the starting note. So for the major chord formation, remember I told you that we have a formula pattern that we use, which is the 4-3 formula. The 4-3 is simply the number of half steps we will count to get the other notes that make up the chord. So from the root note for the major chord, we will count 4 half steps to get the next note in the chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this takes us to E. So from E, we will count 3 half steps. So we will go 1, 2, 3, and it brings us to G. So for the C major chord, we have C, which is the root note, E, which is our major third, and G, which is our perfect fifth. So for the C minor chord, remember for the minor chord, we are reversing the formula. Instead of 4-3, we are using 3-4 this time around to form the minor chord. So from the root note, we will count 3 half steps this time around for the minor chord to get the next note. 1, 2, 3. So it takes us to E flat. From E flat, we will now count 4 half steps to get the next note. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this brings us to G. So for the C minor chord, we have C, which is the root note, E flat, which is our minor third, and G, which is our perfect fifth. So for both the major and minor chord of C, you would have observed that they share the same root note, the same perfect fifth. The only difference lies in the middle note, which is E for the major chord and E flat for the minor chord. So if you already have your major chord formed and you want to form a minor chord of that same key, what you will just do is you just flatten the middle note. That's, you go a half step to the left and you have your minor chord for that same key. So for C, for the major chord, you have C, E, and G. So if you want to change it from major to minor, you just flatten the middle note by half step rather, and you have your C minor chord. I hope you've learned something here. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next time. Bye for now.